Now, a lot of people talk about what's the biggest development in carp fishing since the hair rig, and for me, there is really only one contender. That contender is PVA. It helps you get your bait into the water so well, it helps stop tangles. It's just such a great addition, particularly if you use it correctly. And I've got the range of Fox's PVA products in front of us, with the exception of the solid bags. And I'd like to just have a look at what we've got here, and we'll start off with the PVA mesh funnel system. Now, for a start, this is the system itself. There's 10 meters of PVA mesh, which comes in a tube, keeps it nice and tidy in the tackle bag, stops it from getting wet. Inside it, we have a plunger, which is great if you want to make a sausage of either broken boilies or alternatively a ground bait mix. And quite simply, it's a case of putting some pellets, boilies, whatever you want into here, pulling it down, tying it off, and there you go. You've got a perfect bait presentation. Now, this mesh comes in 3 different sizes. You've got the wide one like this, which is good for crushed boilies. It's good for whole boilies if you want to put a big bag of them out. Chili fish is like that with this an awful lot of the time, but mainly I use it with pellets. Absolutely fantastic. Big bag of pellets, bang it out in the pond, perfect. There's also the narrow system, which is this one down here. That's great for putting solid boilies in, 3, 4, maybe 5 at max. Put them in there, tie them up at each end, just like these down here, and they're great for anti-tangle on rigs. Just check that out. There it is there. Put them in before you thread your bait onto the hair, and that will ensure that you don't get a tangle. There's also the super narrow system. Now, the super narrow system is brilliant for stick mixes. You can cast it a long way, a little bit of ground bait in there, squash it down, make a sausage, just like these things down here. And there we have the rig. Small bait on the end of it, that's brilliant. Nice bit of smell, also very, very good for preventing tangles. Now, the mesh itself comes in 2 different types. You've got heavy and fine. Heavy is great for the summer when the water's warmer and PVA dissolves quicker, and the fine is good for the winter when the water's colder and you want that mesh out of the way. Now, when you've used all of your mesh off your system, you can buy refills like these down here, and this is where it gets really cost effective with the Fox products. The big ones, they come in 25 meter refills. Now, normally you would only get 20 meters. With our stuff, you get 25 for more or less the same price as everyone else's 20 meters, so 5 meters extra. Alternatively, you've got these, which is 10 meters. Normally with other companies you would get 7 meters, we give you 10. And they come in all of the 3 different sizes, the wide, the narrow and the super narrow. However, if money really is an issue, we've got a very, very cost effective new little refill, which are these little kiddies. We've done away with the spool, so you're not paying for packaging that you would simply just throw away. They come on a cardboard reel and you get 6 meters rather than 5 meters, making this PVA one of the most cost-effective ways of refilling your spools. They come in the narrow and the wide, and it's purely the fine mesh that's available. That's it for the mesh. Let's have a look at a couple of other options. Good old PVA tape. Here we have it. Now, I prefer tape to string because it's a great way of putting a stringer out there. Here's one we prepared earlier, as we say in Blue Peter terms. Look at that, you can break your baits down, and being tape rather than string means that you can spread them out a little bit more. Also, it dissolves very well as well. And then finally, one of my particular favourites is this, the old high risers. All sorts of uses, from suspending baits off the bottom, critically balanced bait, pop one of those on it. When that's dissolved off, the bait will sink down onto the bottom of the lake, giving you perfect presentation. Alternatively, if you want to, and you get a bit clever with it, you can balance your bags out. Here you'll see I've got one little nugget in a bag of pellets, and that will mean that this bag will sink slowly through the water. So with this one, what you do is you simply nick your hook through the little nugget that's inside that bag, and what happens is when you cast out, there's no way that that's going to pull off. So there we are, that's our range of mesh and tape products. It cannot fail to help you catch carp, but more to the point, you get more bang for your buck and it will save you money.